shield does go down just in time, and KiWiKaKi does press in, causing some significant damage to his opponent, and Socke is now on the ropes. The Immortal finally coming out at the last possible second, able to do some serious damage to those Stalkers, and looks like KiWiKaKi is going to have to pull out. The Immortal does go down, however, that does make this attack a widening of the gap, so KiWiKaKi is the winner there, but Socke prevented from being completely destroyed. His Immortals getting out just in time, and a new sentry is there, so another attempt by KiWiKaKi to go up the ramp could get him cut off again, cut in half. These Stalkers in terrible trouble. He pulls back just so he can be shot at from here, but this attack did not go as well as the last one. KiWiKaKi going to lose 3 Stalkers there for nothing in exchange, and might lose a couple more. These Zealots are going to engage, but KiWiKaKi does well to dance away, and probably going to take out a couple Zealots. Yes, does get a single Zealot. Mass Stalker doing well for KiWiKaKi. There's that Immortal, so the Stalker's not going to be able to do any more damage, and it looks like Socke is going to hide in his base for the time being. The expansion for KiWiKaKi is up and running, enjoying a 5 Harvester lead, and while that is a small lead, it is a significant income lead just because he doesn't have to oversaturate this one base. You'll see that Socke here does have a very large number of probes and will mine out faster than his opponent, so really all KiWiKaKi has to do is just hold out here, deny any expansions, and his opponent will eventually starve to death. Looks like no new tech so far. Both players just going off a 4-gate and a 3-gate with Robo, and this press looks like it'll be enough. KiWiKaKi getting forced to retreat for sure. Does trap his opponent on the ramp, but one Immortal is firing, desperately warping in some more sentries themselves to kill these Immortals, but I think KiWiKaKi is going to be forced back once it's... I take that back. Yeah, he does clean up here on the ground, and Socke suffering some pretty large losses trying to get down his own ramp. His own choke point came back to haunt him, and the stalemate will continue. Another Immortal going down, only one Immortal, just not enough, and these Zealots chasing. Notice I have to call him out on this. I keep seeing this even among pro players. Look at this, we have Stalkers, Zealots, and Immortals, and at least his control group, the Zealots, are not in A1. But I keep seeing this among pro players. His #1 group will contain Zealots as well as Stalkers, and with different speeds and different attack. See, even here, Zealots together with the Stalkers. Doesn't even use a second control group, which just blows my mind. But KiWiKaKi gonna press him with some Zealots just to try and trick his opponent to come too far and get sentried in. And neither player is at all willing to get cut in half, so I think the stalemate will continue until a few more Immortals come out. Only 2 and no more being produced, so we are just sort of stalemating, and KiWiKaKi does not need to make something happen. He is just humming away on this new expansion. Now 50 over 28, a huge lead, but Socke appears to have somehow got Zealots. I think he warped them in and got them away, so he's making an attack on his opponent with 3 Zealots. That is not going to be enough to clear, but he might just be doing it to cause a warning message, you are under attack over here, so he can press down the front and not get force fielded in. Production-wise, we do finally see Blink coming down for KiWiKaKi, as well as a Forge just finishing, so he'll probably get those weapon upgrades pretty soon. And a Robo Bay for Socke, so he's going to get those Colossus, get that range advantage, and break this deadlock. And he is pressing out, no force field. Oh, it is, and it's just a little bit too late. One Immortal and tons of Stalkers are down. And I think KiWiKaKi is definitely going to be driven back here, just because of that, the presence of those Immortals, enough Zealots there, soaking up damage in the front line. KiWiKaKi is forced to retreat, to give up this position of his, but he isn't suffering many losses in the process, still ahead by about 800 minerals, and Socke finally breaking out, but he really needs to make something happen. He is so far behind, 30, it is in fact 30 workers behind. His income is half that of his opponent's, and if he doesn't make a huge blow in this expansion right now, there's no way he's going to be able to come back short of a miracle. So tons of Stalkers moving ahead. We'll see that he is now putting all of his units in one control group, so I got him now. There he is, he's doing it. Stalkers are coming in first, they're going to engage, try and snipe some Zealots before the engagement. Almost gets one, but KiWiKaKi warping in so many from 6 gateways, able to warp in a ton of units that he can now support. And those Zealots are trapped inside the Stalker formation, not able to engage. Look how long it takes them to heal around. Some nice force field by KiWiKaKi. Those Zealots take forever to get around, and the Immortals not even engaging Stalkers in time, and looks like Socke's entire force is going to be torn apart by these warped Zealots. And that's got to be GG. I don't see what he can do. KiWiKaKi has just annihilated his opponent, and there it is. Socke calls the GG. That was a pretty good Protoss v Protoss match. I certainly enjoyed that. This expansion just came too late for Socke. He was contained for so long on his own ramp from force fields and just could never quite break out. So nice play by KiWiKaKi. He is up 1-0 on this best of 3 series in the round of 32. So keep tuning in, guys, on Icy Cup TV. We got lots of games coming, and follow the tournament on teamliquid.net, and do check out those sponsors because they donated a lot of cash and prizes to bring out these big names. So thanks everyone, and until next time, have a good one.